Hello, welcome back to another segment in excerpts from A Spiritual Ascension. So I'm kind of in this weird space right now. And I think you also will understand this at different points along your own journey. So, as I've said before, my journey started um, April 2020, and it kind of ended around April 2025. And then there's been this kind of cleanup um, time of kind of getting rid of everything from the past, like the residual things that were kind of still holding on from my past life. As I always say, you're having two lives within one lifetime. We're still kind of holding on, and I needed to remove those things, whether they be situations, people, circumstances, material items, as well as my own need to clear up the rest of my shadow work. Um, I'm getting to this point of trying to figure out, like, there's this quiet space, this in between, where the universe kind of puts you for a time, this in between. And it's very quiet, but that time is being used for you to um, kind of think about what has happened in the past and not so much plan for the future, because when you're in this space, when you are on this divine path, you're being guided as to where to go and what to do next. And that's a thing I think I had to realize a long time ago, that my life, as big as it was before, living in Manhattan, working on Wall Street, having, family and everything, friends and so forth, all of that went away. So it was like having a big major highway and going down that big major highway with a lot of chaos and situations, and in my path becoming almost kind of like um, narrowing into like almost a dirt road where I'm walking down this very quiet space. And on that pathway, it's only going to be you and the divine. I mean, as I say, people are going to come in and just want to write this down real quick because I'll like it's coming to my mind and then I'll end up forgetting it. I'm sorry. Um, I was thinking this morning, where was I last year? And I haven't finished telling my whole entire story um, of my journey. And if you've been following along, there is a different playlist um, telling my whole 5-year journey, what happened before, and then I'll get to what has happened since. And I was thinking back today, what happened a year ago, where I was, and again, there's just me and spirit. And there's times when, spirit brings people into your life. Of course, you can't be in solitude all the time because the divine is working on you during that time. Um, and then I thought back, we're coming up, if you're watching this video when I publish it, Labor Day weekend, um, coming up on Labor Day. And I remember I was in Brooklyn, staying in a townhouse. And that's kind of where I am right now in my story, if you are following along. And I came to this point of it feels like the same energy of not being sure what's going to happen next. I feel this energy like being in solitude, being quiet, and kind of waiting on the divine to show me. I I'm receiving information um, that change is about to take place, but I've been in this quiet period for like the last 2 months, and 2 years ago, I was also in that quiet space for 2 months exactly, just like now. And Labor Day, I had to move out of where I was. I had no idea where I was going. I was trying to find a place, trying to find a place. And always say Spirit does everything at the last minute, 11th hour. In the nick of time. And like that night of Labor Day 2 years ago, like I found a place. Now, actually had happened 2 months before when I was looking for a place. But just knowing that you're going to come to points on your journey where you're kind of like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. And you're building the universe is you're building a trust with the universe during this time because we have always wanted to trust our ego to find the solution to whatever problem we've been in our life. That's how we grew up to say, okay, I got to fix it, you know. And the universe is teaching you to lean more on spirit, and that you no longer have to do it all, is what I'm trying to say. But I just wanted to jump in real quick and just kind of tell you where I'm at and let you know that wherever you are on your journey, that there's always going to be a way out, even though it seems like last minute, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Spirit's going to provide. And that's another thing, is for you to look for the signs. It's funny, this morning too. I take a walk every morning, and like I'm always looking for signs, or signs just show up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. So as I'm walking, there's always birds and crows, flying above me and stuff. And my abilities are starting to really peak at this point. And as I'm walking down the street, something made me say, look up. I see this like seagull um, flying overhead, and something said to me, like, watch out. And I had a feeling like the seagull was about to like poop and it was going to hit me. So I said, oh my goodness, like my eyesight's not the best, but I saw it coming down with it right in front of my pathway, and I had to kind of duck out of the way. But if you know anything about, they say that if a bird poops on you, it's supposed to mean like it's like a good omen, a good luck thing. It means prosperity is coming to you, so forth and so on. But it's like, on your journey, don't ever give up. I know there was many times I wanted to give up, and I'm just like, Spirit, like I'm gonna lay down and just die here because things had got so bad. But there's always a way out, because you're learning to trust, okay, as your path is narrowing. So that is just you and Spirit. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to take any of my courses, they are linked below. Also, if you would like to do a reading, that link is also below to book time with me.